In the heart of Nazi-occupied France during World War II, a young woman named Violette Szabo carried out one of the most daring missions of the war. Violette was a 23-year-old French Jewish woman living in Lyon. She'd heard about the atrocities happening to Jewish people across Europe and wanted to do something to help. When Nazi Germany occupied France in 1940, Violette joined the French resistance. In 1943, Violette met with members of the Special Operations Executive, also known as the SOE, a British organization that oversaw espionage and sabotage operations behind enemy lines. But she didn't just sit around waiting for intel to come to her. She took matters into her own hands. With the help of her lover, Major Alan Burgess, she gathered a network of informants, and together they passed on details of German troop movements, weapons, and other valuable intel to the French resistance and the Allies. Major Burgess managed to escape, but Violette was taken to the infamous Fort de Bracet, a place of unimaginable horrors. After undergoing training in Britain, she returned to France as an agent of the F2 section of the SOE. As Allied troops approached the fort, the guards panicked and destroyed the place, killing all the prisoners and burning their bodies in the courtyard. But Major Burgess wasn't far behind. When he arrived at the fort, he saw the destruction and assumed that Violette had been executed. Yet her sacrifice was not only ignored, but actively suppressed by her own government. Her mission? To spy on the Nazis and gather intelligence for the Allies? And women served in the French resistance, risking their lives to fight against the Nazis. Yet many of these brave souls were forgotten after the war ended. But they were convinced that she'd betrayed them and chose not to believe it. Her story remained hidden until 1978, when a former Gestapo officer revealed the truth. Let us honor their courage and sacrifice and ensure that their stories are never forgotten. Although this was a small step towards recognition, it took decades for the truth of Violette's bravery and sacrifice to finally be acknowledged. By that time, Violette's mother and sister had already passed away, and Violette knew that if she was captured, she wouldn't make it out alive. Despite this, she continued her mission, driven by her sense of duty and the hope for a better future. And remember, you can also check out our community, where you can share your thoughts on history. Unsung heroes like Violette, and let's keep their memory alive. In cinemas frequented by German officers, her actions disrupted the enemy and saved countless lives. Under the codename of Odette Sans Souci, meaning carefree, Violette lived in Lyon and spied on the Germans. Violette's bravery didn't end there. She personally planted bombs, often in public places like cafes, but as the war dragged on, the risks of being caught increased. They never found any useful intel because Violette didn't have any to give them, so they killed her at just 23 years old. On June 1944, Violette's luck ran out. While traveling between resistance groups, she was stopped by the Gestapo and arrested. What happened next is both tragic and infuriating. Instead of standing trial, the Gestapo tortured Violette for information. But here's the thing that makes her story truly haunting. After the war, Burgess tried to get her family to agree that she had died a hero's death. Violette Szabo was a true heroine of World War II. She risked her life time and time again to help the Allies and resist the Nazis. In 2008, French President Nicolas Sarkozy finally awarded Violette the Légion d'honneur. It's France's highest order of merit, which had been withheld from her for over 60 years. And sadly, she's not the only one. During World War II, thousands of men, as we remember Violette and others like her. Let us also remember those who fought for freedom and justice, even in the darkest of times. If you want to learn more about amazing people from history, stay tuned for more information.